Today I'm doing an automatic service on a Pajero 2014. Okay, for the cross member, what I've done, and not necessary because it's all held up. What I've done is I've held up the gearbox and the transfer case with a jack. Now all I have to do now is remove this bracket because so I can drain the oil. Anyway, here we go. Two. Where is it? Everything there. Is that a 14? That's a 14. What's this one here? That's a 14, and that's a 14. Why is it slipping? Okay, these ones I think I have to get a spanner at the top. Looks like it. Okay, these are the bolts. There's two more in there, and then pretty certain these ones you have to get from on top. Yeah, these ones you have to get on top. I got a 14mm spanner. I'll stop recording in the event that I don't want this video to go on long. Okay, I'll put this one on. Okay, this is the cross member for the Pajero. Now, there's two you have to get from on top. These two nuts, they come from here. See that? See that there? You can't fit a socket in there, you have to do them manually. What I do is I've got this, and I get one of these short aluminium pipes. That gives me all the mechanical advantage I need to remove it, because they're pretty hard in there, and if you move wrong, you're going to break a knuckle or cut yourself. All right. So what I'll do with this is I'll give it a quick wipe with Prepsol and paint it black, because you know when you do this stuff, you got to make it look good. You don't want to. Nobody wants when you do something, you do it right. Okay, what I've done so far. See how all the bolts are nice and neat. These are the ones that are on the cross member. I'll close that. These are milk cartons, they're pretty cheap. They're just, you can drop it upside down, it's not going to get lost. See? You can do whatever you want to it. Now what I've done here now, trying to make this as easy as possible for people who've never done this before. I admit I've never done a Pajero before, but I've done a lot of these. Not Pajeros, but Lovely. Now, this cross member is at the bottom. See this cross member? At the bottom there. Alright. It takes two 14mm bolts. What I've done is I've taken out the more 14mm bolts and returned them back into that place. So they won't go anywhere else. I don't have to look for them later. And what I've done next is be careful for this washer. Alright. Is the drain oil. And all I do now is put that back on and I remove the sump. You don't have to put it on hard, just put it on. Now what I'll do is I'll take off the sump, clean everything, check the magnets. I'll record this. This gimbal has been through a lot. Something went wrong. I think I hit it. Must have damaged it. Oh, well, I damaged my gimbal. Never mind. We can still get our work done. Okay, what I'll do now is just put that there. You can see the sump. Alright, okay. Let's put that somewhere where you can see what I'm doing. Okay, there's the sump. All I do now is I remove all the bolts all around the sump. And what we do is we bring all these bolts, put them in another container. My gimbal stuffed up, the cross member fell on it. I'll try restarting it again. Maybe not seated right now. Try now. Okay, I fixed my gimbal. Now let's remove that cross member, the cover. We'll have a look. Okay. Now that we've taken that off, let's have a look at something. Okay. Sorry for the angle, I mean. You gotta check all these wires. That's clipped in, that's clipped in, that's clipped in. These wires are made out of a special, don't ever replace them with normal wires into it. There's the filter. Time to remove the filter. We'll record that as well. Okay. Still recording, good. Now, this is the important part. Let's take this out of here somewhere. This is, you gotta know what you're dealing with now. Is this gearbox good or is it bad? There's the sump. There's the magnet. Shouldn't have fell in there, but it did. What can you do? That's life. You have to clean it real good. There you go, there's these magnets. See the magnets? It's a clutch. No steel. See? It's a clutch. It's a clutch. It's a clutch. Because you got anti-slip material inside these and stuff like that. I'm no expert at automatics, so don't quote me on anything technical and shit like that. These automatics are pretty hard. Alright. Now what we've got to do is we've got to clean everything. Take this gasket off, put another gasket on, replace the filter. clean everything really nicely, and then I'll come back and do another video, okay? Okay, I've cleaned it all very nicely. The magnets, make sure you wipe until there's not a spot of black, because these magnets, they get steel on them. If that steel goes onto solenoids, it destroys your solenoids. Well, it doesn't, it affects their operation, so they have to be very, very clean. So that's why you can't just change your oil. A lot of people just change the oil. All right, this one I will put, like, it's better to have them standing up. I put them in a way that if they fall, they won't go down flat. All right. See? That's how the proper. The greater the surface area on the magnets, the more steel shavings or little power that's going to get. Like when I say no steel, no bits of clutch, no bits of steel. Once you see that, you got a problem with this gearbox. This gearbox is spotless, beautiful, clean, the whole lot. What I would proceed to do next, right? Just put on this. I'm going to paint that. Is this one tighten and loosen this one. This is a 5mm Allen key. Yeah, better to do it now. Then what you do is you install it, and then you fill it somehow, because the way I got the car, it's not level. Once you've got the car on a level, you take that off and you fill it until it pours out, then you screw that in. That I'll show you at a later point. So it's better to loosen that now than later. It's time to put the filter on. All I did is put a bit of oil around the rim, that part. Now I'll need 10mm. And most people use a head tensioner. I don't bother. I've never broken a bolt in my life for these. Alright, let's see what we can do. Alright, I think that's you're not going to get too good of you here. Don't forget, I've got what I got. You know what I mean? Okay. These filters, they go into aluminium, so if you tighten the bolts too hard, you're going to break them. You're going to have a nightmare. Check that the old one's off. Oh, what's this? Okay, this is not very good. Let's check if it's off the old one or the new one. I haven't done it properly. Yeah, it's off the old one. See that there? You forgot that in there, you're going to have problems. We discovered it very quickly. Then we just put it in lightly. And sort of just put it on. This is an aftermarket one as well, by the way. You can't afford the genuine stuff. I'm not a millionaire. I don't want to be seeing my elbow. I'm trying my best not to, but it is what it is. What I do is I feel with my head. I feel when the metal springs back at me. And the metal will spring back at you. You'll feel it. When you're doing this for years, you'll feel it. Alright? So you can't really break bolts when you've been doing it for years. Okay, that's my little, there we go. We can't use any rattle guns here. Yeah. You break bolts, right? And when you break bolts, your stuff. That's a 14mm, not 10mm. Oh, there it is. Let's tighten up everything. Just tighten. Don't tighten hard yet. You got a feel for it. I can feel it already. The hard part is fill it up with oil. These are horrible things to work on. Although I've never done it before. I was told by a friend that they're really horrible. You have to, has to be at about 40 degrees Celsius when you know you've got the right amount of oil in it. So you gotta get it semi-warm. You fill it up, get it semi-warm, and then keep adding until, first I'll put in oil. That's it, that'll do. Okay. Where is it? That's it. That's it. That's it. Now we're gonna put the sub on. I'll just go get the sub on. I don't have the luxury of a car hoist or anything. I just have to go in there, put that on, and slowly put all the bolts in, being careful. Just put all the bolts here. Okay. Where's the ratchet? There it is. And what I've done is I've put a teeny weeny bit of silicone on the outside to hold this in, because otherwise it was bending all over the place. Otherwise, you won't get it right otherwise. A lot of people will tell you can't, but I'm afraid you have to. Now, what you do is you grab it, you lift it gently, very gently. Oh, there you go. See the gasket move? I have to put that back into its place. This is the hardest part, believe it or not. And if you put it in wrong, it's going to leak oil. A lot of people just put silicone all around it and put it straight up. I'm putting a gasket, you can see that. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, that's up there. Then I'll get some screws in. You don't need too many at the beginning, just to... Okay, that's one. And the other side. I can feel the gasket. That's 2. That's 3. Whatever you can, do it real quickly. And keep pressing on there. You're gonna feel that gasket. I could feel it all around. Because if it's not in there, you're in trouble. Okay, now it's the way it is. Now it's held up on its own. You can feel the gasket all around. You don't tighten unless you feel all the gaskets all the way around. Otherwise, it's going to pour out the oil. You can feel the gasket, yeah. You don't feel the gasket, you got problems. You have to start over again. That is how it's just suspended. I have a lot of people who put them on and they can't do it. Alright, again, oh, can you see the gasket? The gasket's on perfectly. A lot of people don't put on the gasket because they oh, it's too much headache. Let's put a bit, clean up everything, put a bit of silicone, and I've never seen give any problems, but I do put the gasket. There we go. But don't forget, everything I'm screwed into is aluminium. So easy to thread it. I can feel the gasket. Yep, feel the gasket. Every single screw, I feel that gasket. Because they're horrible things to put on. A lot of people, they fold them in the factory, and then you get them, you have to put them on. Feel the gasket. Yep. There's one video left. 1, 2, 3, these ones. Where are they? There's one. Properly. Okay, I can't feel it there, you understand? I can feel here. I can feel it just there. I can feel it going through. Should be all of them. two. Oh shit, sorry, I moved it. I'll have another. Move it back again. And there you go. Okay. You will stick that on. Put them on loosely, that's all. Make sure you can feel, I can feel that gasket. My bolt just fell. I've got two more to put on. But yeah, I can feel the gasket. Okay, I've got all the bolts around the sun. I've lost one. No big surprise. I don't know where it's gone. Nothing. There it is. Oh, it's here all along. I returned the back anyway. Take it off and return the right one on me. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I feel all the gasket all the way around. I can feel it all the way around. Every bolt is on properly. Then all I got to do is tighten it. Always do this by hand. You don't want a nightmare. These are all screwed into aluminium. I think they're 25 newtons from memory, but I can't remember. Plus, I don't care about that rubbish. Throw it all in. You know, all that 20, normally 25 newtons, I think. I think 18 pounds or something, I can't remember. Don't quote me on that, please. You can feel the gasket when you're tightening. You can feel when you're tightening properly. I can feel the gasket squeezing. Yeah. These ones, if you're doing a rocket cover, you have to have the right caliber because there's like only 6 screws on it. So if you tighten it too much, they buckle. These ones aren't too bad. I've never had one leak on me yet. Because it's 60 years old, I don't spring chicken anymore. Now, if anybody asks me, did you service this? Say yes, it's on YouTube. And fill the gasket all around there. If it's not intertwined, you won't fill it on the sides, see? I can fill it all on the sides. So the gasket's all in properly. It's tighten everything really nice. And that's it. I'm gonna teach you for this, but honestly I can't be bothered. That's it, it's biting back at you. What's it you see? Feel it biting back at you? You're pretty well right. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm gonna leak, not in 100 years. See how my head's on the inside? I can't do it very tight no matter what I do. There you go. Can you feel it? It stops you automatically. That's it. Whew. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all done now. That's a 14. Yeah, make sure that's tight. Bloody hell, where did it go? There it is. That's it, that's tight, everything's tight. You can see, if you tighten too much, it'll tear it. If you can feel around the outside. If you feel it bulging out, it means it's torn, the gasket. It means you have to redo it again. So just go feel your fingers all around. Right? You don't feel any bulge. It's all nice. You can feel all the gasket. Pretty good, actually. Okay, now with these Pajeros, what you have to do is you have to take the temperature to the gearbox temperature to about 40 degrees Celsius, all right? And then take your measurements. Now, I know this gearbox doesn't leak oil, right? Never leaked a drop. So, what I need to do is to figure out how much oil I need to put in it, all right? And it's right in front of my face. All I did is empty all the oil out and poured it. Got an empty Penrite 5 litre, and there you see it, 5 litre. Right? Gotta take 5 litres. So all I know is I don't have to measure anything. I only have to put 5 litres in, and I've got the exact amount of oil that it had originally. Otherwise, you have to heat the engine to about 40 degrees Celsius, standard, and a whole lot of, you know. I know this is 5 litres. You see it shaking? All right, all I know is I put 5 litres into it. It's going to be the same 5 litres that came, same volume of 5 litres that came out of it. This is it perfectly straight. All right, 5 litres. So now I know exactly how much oil I have to put inside my Pajero. Okay. Over here, this has a 24mm bolt. Over there, this is where you fill the oil from. Let me see there. That's a 24mm bolt. Came from there. See that? There goes straight into it. All right. And what I've done is I've gotten some hose, garden hose. And what I'm going to do is just get rid of the kink in it. And all I do is pour the oil from top and fill it up. I took 5 litres out, so there he goes. All right, all the way up. I took 5 litres out, so I put 5 litres in. Okay, I'll restart this video when I finish pouring the